myself, I 17 and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby, you know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get. Now I got you on super unleaded fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. But I got you all in check.
You're now rocking with the best. Busta Rhymes coming through from the Flip Mode Squad. Boy Scouts who I be. Straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome. Bringing all you ruckus to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be. Flip Mode is the squid dog. Busta Rhymes break it down like this.
Yo, which, throw my flow. Me, bo. Throw them type right out my window. Blast you with a direct blow. Coming through like G.I. Joe. Star Wars moving ill like Han Solo. Make you bounce around like this was Calypso. Always shine cause I got the high pro glow. You think that you can hide, you think you can lay low. Roll up on your eyes like Hawaii 5-0. Mac out with my dreads in my Kango. Forget them, get them, just pass the. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that might make you psycho. Maximum frequencies through your stereo. Sorry, this is it, but homeboy, I got to go. I got step up in the place and yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to like the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check.
That's so typical. Body of a donut, that's so typical.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Get it? 18 Cardinal. 70 Rangers, set, Dragon 60.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's cracked. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from Akers draft. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10. the 45-yard line.
Come on. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 7 Pirates. Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Credit on that one defensively goes to Asante Samuel Jr. Now you look at this Saints defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready, go.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. And Richardson going to move him around. They'll try and run for it. Krosky-Merritt. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And the Saints.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
46 yards on the play. And the Saints, first down.
70 Timberwolves.
Richardson looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Rhodes. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
First and goal.
And now they'll shift things around.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready?
Richardson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Malik Neighbors with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here in Vegas.
The kick is good.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
11.
Back to throw. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. A little careless with the football, and he also... fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Play action. Now Richardson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Let's go.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Richardson going to change the play here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete. Second down and 4. Now they'll audible to something else.
At the Raiders' 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up.
Ready up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw this. That is caught. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 19 Lions.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Malik Neighbors with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19, Buffalo 18. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, right?
Second and long. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. That's Keely Ringo who is there in on the stop. The Raiders at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
Last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Cup 19, Cup 19, 79 Broncos.
Second and 9 now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
65, Kevin Byron. Street. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Money up to a whole nother level. Don't know no better. When I got Richard E. Bro coming slow 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Now Richardson. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
At the 30-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Everett. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd down and 4.
And now an audible here into something else. Richardson to throw off play action. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That quick throw there is incomplete.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Through the middle of the field. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with our avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. Here's the Raiders punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Richardson going to move them around.
Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Everett. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Richardson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Here's 2nd and 10.
18, Pioneer. Ready. Panther 11, Panther 11. Let go.
Now back to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Get it! Hurt! 19 Chargers, 19 Lions. Mustang 19. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. There's Chris Olave. Oh, look at the... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And the round is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Down the right sideline. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
18 reps. Let's go now.
Will line up for the
18 Cardinal, 18 Warriors, 70.
They'll throw now on the final play. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Raiders 6.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And able to get this out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on the way to a lopsided victory.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now it's Richardson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
18, pioneer. You got him.
And Richardson back to throw it. Olave over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Richardson going to change the play here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Everett. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Operating from the gun, Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal, New Orleans.
They go play action with Richardson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 114 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The 40-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Ready, break. Go, check. Go, check.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change?
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 53 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go. Shot. Ready, ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to at least get one score back. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Richardson looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second down in the yard.
At the 44-yard line.
19 tight.
Richardson lets one go downfield for Pierce. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alec Pierce, 55 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
22-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Street. Panther 60. Panther 60. Chop 60. Chop 60.
Back to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Rig alert. Rig alert. 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. '79 Bronco. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 19 Lion. Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Cowboy 80. Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And they will take over first and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Second and 10.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Up the middle they go. Everett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Saints, first down.
From the shotgun, Richardson. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, Pioneer.
Off play action, Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Richardson operating from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Malik Neighbors with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Saints are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
18 Rattler.
Richardson will throw for it. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set it. Warriors, Hawks, set 18.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Cup 19, Cup 19, 19.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on 3rd down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Dragon 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Ready?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Broncos. Down. Ready, ready.
Richardson looking to throw this. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That's good for the Saints.
19
First
right.
down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Mustang 19.
Now Richardson. Now he's going to step, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He couldn't escape the pressure, and they go backwards in a big way there on the sack.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long. Letting the rest of the league take notice.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Warriors 70. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Here we go. Set.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On the jump.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
19. Set up. Bronco 80. Come 19. 72. 18. Pioneer. 19. Lion. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Check out.
They'll set up to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season.